This is Real Retirees, uncut, no filters, no scripts, just conversation about what retirement really looks like. Let's meet today.
Corey sent us a list of questions that we're going to try to answer. So let's get started. So what's your name, age, and where are you from?
My name is Mike. I'm 76 years old. I'm originally from Vermont, but I spent the majority of my life in Colorado.
And I'm Debbie. I'm 67 and I grew up in Colorado, but now we're nomads. We have a YouTube channel that follows our adventures, misadventures, and our travels across the United States and to other countries. Oh, and our YouTube channel is Trekking with Deb and Mike. So Mike, when did you retire and from what career?
I retired in 2002 from the U.S. Air Force Academy. I ran part of civil engineering. I had 33 years in.
So that was how long ago?
I gotta get tricky. 22 years ago.
Okay. And I was a critical care nurse, and when Mike had the opportunity to retire, I wanted to be a traveling nurse. So I spent 14 years doing that, and Mike would get part-time jobs. So Mike, what drove your decision to retire?
The powers to be at the Pentagon decided that they were going to contract out our jobs. So I had a choice. I could probably try and keep another job on the academy or take an early retirement with a buyout. I chose the early retirement.
And for me, I came home from work one day. Mike said, "I think you're done," after 14 years of traveling nursing. I loved it, but I was tired of those 12 and 13-hour shifts. What was the approach to saving and planning?
Well, right from the beginning of my job, I was able, of course, I had a pension, but then they came out with the TSP, so I put as much as I could into that, in the stock market, and see if safe stuff, and it pretty much worked out for us.
And then I would put at least as much as the employer would match, and then some on the side. We use, so he has his TSP, I have my 401k, we have I-bonds, CDs, and
Ross.
yeah. So what are your retirement income sources?
For me, it's my my pension and Social Security, and the TSP money I just reinvest that when it comes due every year.
Yeah, and for me, I have my Social Security. We haven't touched our savings yet. So, Social Security, what age and why?
I got Social Security at age 70. I would have got it sooner, but I didn't understand the government's website, and we had the offset where they took 60% of my Social Security. But in the long run, it all worked out
For the better.
for the better.
Or just as well.
Yeah.
I took Social Security at 62 because my mom and my sister didn't live long enough to collect their Social Security. So I thought, I'm going to get what I can, like most people.
Yeah.
So what's your typical day like now?
We get up and we have breakfast. It's always something different every day. And some days we just lounge around outside and sit in the sun and have our coffee. And other days we go on hikes or bike rides. And then come back and we usually take a nap.
Yeah. We do try to get our fitness in, and if we're not hiking or bike riding, we get our walking in, and then we lift weights.
Right.
Since we live mobile, we take some sort of let's see, 5, 10, 20-pound weights with us. And then when we're traveling abroad, we try to find a gym.
And we do a lot of walking when we travel abroad.
What do you enjoy most?
Well, retirement. Getting up and doing what you want to do when you want to do it.
Yeah,
and being physically able to do it.
Yeah, by trying to stay fit so that we can travel, because it does take a lot of energy.
Yeah.
But what I enjoy most is just hanging out with Mike, and when I'm on my bike, I feel pretty happy, or when I'm hiking.
And we notice too, when you are nomads like we are, if you don't exercise, you'll go downhill health-wise very fast.
Really fast?
Really, very fast, really fast. Quick.
Have you had any major lifestyle changes? You can talk about what they said before you retire, if you don't do it.
Oh yeah, before I retired, they had a seminar for us, and the person doing the presentation, he asked he asked us what we like to do now. Like, we like to ski, we like to hike, bike ride, whatever. And he says, I'm here to tell you right now that if you don't do these things now and you have these plans in the future, so you'll never do it past 3 years. You know, a lot of the cases of people I knew didn't do it past 3 years.
So, new hobbies, interests, or skills?
Well, after I left the Air Force Academy, when Deb was doing the travel nurse thing, I would walk into ski shops or bike shops, introduce myself, and tell them what I could do, and tell them, I was looking for something 2-3 days a week, and 90% of the time they'd hire me if it was the right season.
One thing that I've really focused on is my Spanish. So every day I get up and I practice my Spanish for a while. And something else we do when we get up in the day is we like to do New York Times connections and Wordle.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess I went back to another question. What's the biggest challenge or surprise?
That we're able to afford to live this lifestyle and travel when we want.
It is surprising that we're doing great.
Yeah.
For me, I found that as we get older, I'm glad we started early because I was 62 and he retired at 52. We found that our energy levels are going down, even though we do try to stay physically fit. That we kind of have to take more rest days, but that's good too because I like to read.
And since I retired so early, I was at 52. It wasn't good not to do something. So we just happened to be in Alaska, and I was getting on her nerves, and I couldn't stand myself. So I went down to the mall, and it just so happened that their head maintenance person got injured in an escalator accident, and they needed somebody. And I said, okay, 2 or 3 days a week, you buy me the stuff, and I'll fix it.
Do you wish you would have retired sooner or later?
Nah, it was a good time to go.
Yeah. Mine too.
Yeah.
Even though I worked at a regular job longer than Mike did, it wasn't really regular. It was contract jobs, and I'd take time off in between. But I don't think I would have wanted to quit any sooner. I really liked what I was doing, and I was always learning a lot.
Yeah.
Would you have done anything differently to prepare?
No, I can't think of anything. We saved as much as we could and still traveled and enjoy life. And it seems to have worked out.
So what are you glad that you never have to deal with again? Well,
Getting up in the morning, and alarm clocks.
Well, and mowing the yard.
Oh, mowing the yard, taking care of a house. I forget, in 2014, well, when she was traveling, we'd go home and we'd ski for a couple months, and then we closed the house up and we were gone again. And then finally we just said, the heck with this. We sold the house.
It was silly to have it open to just use 2 months a year.
Yeah. And then you had to worry about somebody, breaking in and living there.
Yeah. Well, something I'm glad I never have to deal with again is the 12 and 14-hour shifts.
Yeah.
As much as I enjoyed my job, after about 3 or 4 in the afternoon, I was starting to fizzle out. How do you define retirement success?
Living like we do.
Yeah.
Living on the road, have our travel trailer, go to foreign countries, spend time there.
Not in the travel trailer.
Not in the travel trailer. We usually put the truck and trailer in storage for a few months.
Yeah, we do short-term rentals.
Yeah, and do short-term rentals.
And advice, 1 to 5 years from retiring, what would you suggest?
I don't know.
Well, just save your money.
Yeah.
Test it out before you do, because it's a whole different experience. You don't know how it's all going to go, how you're going to feel about the changes. And if there's things that you think you might want to do in retirement, try them out before.
And don't waste your money on junk.
Yeah.
You know, if it's clothes or bicycles or skis, buy the best because it lasts a long time. You know.
Well, please like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
And check out our channel, Trekking with Deb and Mike.